but hi.
Charge. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. Gonna be a fun one.
I'm
But we're
sorry.
back on our burlesque this week, and we have some special guests with us tonight. We're gonna see who that's gonna be in just a minute. You have to wait, just two shakes of a lamb's tail, and we're gonna get the skinny on this event right here. The April Showers Bring Wildflowers Burlesque and Variety Show. But let's get into it without further ado.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you.
Music Lovers Only.
What is up, everybody? What is up? This is episode 105 of For Music Lovers Only. We're going to talk about N9ne. As always, I got Sontia and Coach with me. And our special guest is Michelle. And she's going to be talking about some stuff going on her list. And I think we're going to have another guest shortly. But that'll be an even bigger surprise. But how y'all doing tonight?
Doing all right. It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. It is. How astute of you. I said that to the kid the other day, and she was like, "What is it?" And I'm like, "Look it up." And then she looked up and she was like, "Oh, thank you."
Did you just call me a stew?
I was going to say, sometimes I feel stupid. So, I notice everything, but that doesn't always mean it's good.
And I think we are, we're broadcasting to Coach's page tonight. So that's pretty groovy.
That's cool.
We're going to get a lot of podcast promoters joining us tonight. So
we'll take the views. We'll take the views. Definitely take the views.
I'm just sharing on my social media, so I'm sorry I'm being rude, but I'm almost done.
By him sharing to my page straight away, it made it easier. Don't have to.
Well, I have more than one page, so I have to do it more than one time. And I put it in my story.
Yeah. So, Michelle, tell us a little bit about what you got going on. What, May 10th, correct?
Yes. We have our April Showers Bring May Flowers burlesque show. So springtime, showers, flowers, all kinds of, spring things.
Yeah.
And it is going to be at a Step Ahead. And so that's the Saturday right before Mother's Day. And we have some belly dancers. We have some singing. We have a drag act. And we have our group number. And, of course, our solos. And it's going to be a really good time.
Sweet.
Yeah, awesome. I'm trying to pull up the flyer a different way, but totally botched it.
No, you tried.
Well, it pulled up earlier, I think.
Yeah, no, there was another way I was going to try to do it, but now it's like, I think my screen's half frozen. So
it's $25 a ticket. You do get, and then we do have VIP available. I think it's $35, and that's front row, and I think champagne service and all that good stuff. You can text or call the number for tickets, which is from Rachel Chin. Mm-hmm. She's the owner of American Rose Theater and Sway Ballroom and Latin Dance Studio. And we're going to push this thing.
Sweet. Yeah, the last one because we were at the Halloween one, and then I played at the one at Barleycorns. And then how many have you had since then? Like four more?
The one at Barleycorns was the No Place Like Home show that I had hosted for the variety of Wichita talent. Mm-hmm. And this one is Rachel Chin's production for classic burlesque. It's the only classic burlesque group in Wichita. There it is.
Yeah.
There we go. So,
Right,
what's the difference between classic burlesque and not classic burlesque?
Well, I know there's a couple groups that kind of do some more new or neo, like rock or just kind of a vibe. Like you got those. Man, I'm having a brain fart. But yeah, Little Miss Nasty and
okay.
So rock and roll. I mean, and then you got the Shadows claiming to be burlesque.
So it's more like pinup is what
Yeah. So you get vaudeville,
Okay.
think Vegas, think rhinestones and feathers,
Broadway.
Pinup. Yes.
There we go. Okay.
And very choreographed and very lovely.
Yeah, you guys were practicing tonight, right? Weren't you?
Well, we did have to cancel our practice tonight because Rachel wasn't feeling too well. But she does have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So hopefully she's getting feel better. But we're going to double up on practices this weekend. So
yeah, double up on vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody throwing vitamins from the
Man, these allergies have been terrible.
Oh, man. Yeah, the kid came home from staying the night over the weekend. I'm like, vitamins. I'm taking some too. I'm just like, ah.
All these nasty kids. They can't come to my house. I'll be like, y'all got to stay outside. Go play outside like we used to.
I've been outside all day. I'm covered in dirt. I've been gardening all day, pulling weeds, and I got my corn.
What are you going to grow?
Oh, I got my corn coming in. I got my sunflowers coming in. I got onion. I've got some rosemary. I've got radishes and carrots.
Oh,
and I'm trying to clear out the hill so I can plant my pumpkins and plant some peas and use my mom's old chicken wire to put around so I can
grow up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Oh yeah, rabbits are a menace. Like I didn't even. So the things that I have to fight with are usually squash bugs if I do my squash, and those white butterflies. Like I've never in my life had a vendetta against a butterfly before I started gardening, and these little Josh is going to bleep me if I say what I want to say freely because there's no actual free speech on this show. So
actually, there's not really much free speech anywhere.
I don't make no rules. You know this.
I blame you.
No one's pay has ever got docked except the coach.
I just want to drop an F-bomb here or there. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, see, I think I have a little bit of problem with my radishes. Like I think the little beetles or something, but
oh yeah,
I'm gonna find something to put on there because they're eating my little leaves, so or little holes in them, and I'm like,
yeah,
get off there. Yeah, it's fun. I want to grow a garden so bad.
Well, get some pots.
Yeah,
I got some. I'm gonna eventually. That's what I always say, and then it's too late, and then.
And you know the
so
cheapest
going
grow
on
light,
this summer.
the cheapest grow lights I figured out is if you go to Walmart and get those little clamp like heat what are they called, the silver thing, and then you just get a grow bulb and put it in there and you just clamp it and you got a little grow light.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you don't want to spend the $70 on a little one or whatever.
Yeah, I just want to do it outside so I don't have to have it inside. I want to own a big garden full of stuff. I watch shows all the time how to do it or little videos.
It's so much work.
Yeah, it is. But it's just the fried green tomatoes are worth it. That's what I'm looking forward to because I got sick last time, and like the only tomatoes that survived were my cherry tomatoes. So I'm like I haven't fried a green tomato in like a year, and I'm fiending.
Yeah, my one thing is I want to grow one pumpkin to carve for Halloween. Like that's like my one goal. Like
grow it and carve it. All right, the gardening hour. Coach is digging it. I can tell. He's just down there like
for music lovers gardening hour.
We can deviate. We can do what we want. There are no rules. Sontia, no rules.
Then you can roll them into sweaty balls.
Oh, all right. I think we got Rachel down here. At least audio, maybe.
Yes.
Yes. How you doing?
I'm a very sick little girl tonight, so that's why no camera.
Okay, that's what she said. So all good.
You're like
All
a
good.
fairy godmother that just showed up. Like,
I wish.
Well, like I said, we kind of went over it, but she said we'll just go over it again and let you tell us about it. How about that?
That works too, although
Okay.
I'm sure Michelle did a really good job.
Oh, she definitely did, but we can chop and I'll chop this up and
I
we can
tried to
share
keep it short so that you could do your thing.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we have a show coming up. It's a burlesque and variety show. We're the only professional, actual burlesque troupe in Wichita. There's a couple places that promote that they do burlesque. But what we do is that it's closer to what you would see like in Las Vegas, with classic burlesque style. I'm very honored to be keeping alive this beautiful, beautiful art form in Wichita. I'm the director and producer of American Rose Theater, and kind of following a couple of other ladies that got it started and did an amazing job. I took it over in 2019, and because I fell in love with it and didn't want to see burlesque die in Wichita, because at the time there wasn't really any other place doing it. So I did my best to keep it going, and we're still here. We have a show, like I said, Saturday, May the 10th. It's at a Step Ahead Dance Studio. It is our spring show. We'll have some awesome burlesque acts, including feather fans, chair routines, you name it. I'm sure there'll be some feather boas and whatnot on there too, but the good old classic burlesque.
you
We'll
gotta have
probably
the
have a little
boas.
bit of nerdlesque in there too and whatnot. And then some vocals, some pole dance, some belly dance, and some drag, and possibly some comedy. We're working on it.
Awesome.
sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah. So tickets are on sale. You can go to our Facebook page, which just search up American Rose Theater, and our event is on that page. Our profile pic is also the event flyer, and that gives you directions on how to purchase tickets.
Yeah, I got the phone number scrolling down below.
Oh,
We'll keep that
yay.
going on the entire show. We'll just let it roll.
I really appreciate that.
Doesn't
Thank you.
impede with anything that we do. So
Do you guys have any questions for me on anything to do with burlesque or our shows?
I mean, probably 1,000, but I can't think of them all right now. I mean, like I said, I've been to 2 now. I went to the variety show that Michelle did at the Barleycorns, and then the one before at the Red Brick Room. I think that was
our
part of
Halloween
your
one.
Halloween one, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys came out to that.
You guys enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had a hell of a time.
Well, I'm excited to hear that. Thank you.
I think we did field trip, all 3 of us, for the first one at least, and then I think the second one you played. So yeah, the second one at we were all there too. So
Yeah.
it was a group. It was a group.
Was
field
Coach
trip.
there at the Barleycorns?
I was there.
I was at one of the Barleycorns and Michelle was there and you were there, but I don't know if that was the same one.
Yeah, that was.
Huh.
It was just
Yeah,
like
Rachel
November,
before-
right?
Do what?
Wasn't it? That was like in November, right?
Oh hell!
December 13th, Friday the 13th.
December.
Yeah, it was Friday
Yeah,
the-
that was it. Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amy came with me too.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Cool,
Now
cool.
we know.
But no, it was fun. I'm gonna try to make this one with no guarantees. I got a lot of things going on. It's
I
that time of year
understand.
where I'm trying to get things done, and it's. But I'm gonna try.
I hear that for sure. Any questions from anybody else, or?
I don't think
No,
so.
we're good. You should go get some rest.
Yeah, you go rest.
Yeah, I'm feeling awesome right now. Well, thank you
thanks
guys
for
so
coming on,
much
yes.
for letting me pop on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk some Tech-9. You get some rest, and like I said, we'll try to make it out there. Everybody else, you better make it out there. If you're out there watching right now,
Go.
May
Thank
10th.
All
you.
across the screen.
Thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So Michelle, you got your list ready?
I didn't even need to write it down.
Yeah. I mean, you posted one, and when you made the post, I agreed with all of them. They were good. They were JRB5 approved.
And those are the ones I'm about to say. So in no particular order, because I have followed Tech9ne. I have been a technician since the beginning.
Yeah, I seen the photo. Jelly.
And so no particular order. I love the song PTSD.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And he's brought on lots of different rappers to even do, a longer version where they, rap their little rendition of PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
I love Little Pills, which is not on any of his albums, I don't believe. It's more of like one of his underground songs.
Mm-hmm.
I love Everybody But Me.
Fuck everybody but me.
Yeah.
Oh, I said the word.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We've been canceled. We're fucked.
And last but not least, I love the song Fragile.
Coach is keeping track. You got one more.
No, I think that PTSD, Everybody But Me, Little Pills, was Fragile. Oh, Burn It Down. What's that one song?
Oh yeah, Bradley or can't think of the guy's name, but yeah.
Burn it down,
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
down, down. Yeah.
Yeah, that was on my tentative one. Good song.
Sweet.
Good list.
Good,
And you
good
didn't
list.
take one of mine, so I'm good. And now I don't have to quit the show tonight.
Well, I thought that's what you were holding up at first, is you took one
Oh,
of
like
mine.
that was your numbers or something.
Yeah.
No, I was numbers. She said no particular order, but we have to do orders because we do 5 songs. So I was just doing your 5.
Counting
orders
down.
while you were doing.
I figured it out. I caught on quick.
That's it. No, because I have a sounder for you still in my song, and I cry. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go, oh God, no, why? That's what I do. One of these days I'll get a button.
Yeah, and like, see, he was in town Monday. I didn't know nothing about it. Did you
Sold
go?
out. I
Michelle?
was gonna go.
Did you go see him Monday?
Who? Oh,
Tech9ne.
well, I was supposed to work the concert at Wave.
Oh.
I was scheduled to work, but then he switched venues last minute. And so,
Yeah.
he was at the Wave though. It was at the Wave.
No, they switched
moved
it
it
to
to
Cotillion
Cotillion.
last minute.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
because
they?
of the wind.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
My buddy was there, and I thought he said it was at the Wave. A guy I work with went to it.
It was until like the last day because of the winds and rain. And so they had to cut like half of the workers because they didn't need that many at Cotillion. And yeah. But I was so ready. I was like, I'm gonna go to work,
Bummer.
That's
Yeah, he's with the Hollywood Undead. And nothing.
And we'll get to it, but that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Hollywood Undead. They're good. They're fun. All right, Coach, you got the spinner ready? And omit me out of there. Just
you're omitted. Look.
Yeah, I know. Now tell that to the spinner. All right. Hold on, I gotta.
I'm so scared.
We still don't have a guest. I'm sorry, Michelle.
I enjoyed this one. It was fun. I said I needed some of this. Tech9ne's one of those I knew but I didn't know. So I knew 4 or 5 or 6, or I didn't know the depth. And I knew I guess I probably knew more than that, but I just didn't know the depth. And then you start listening, you forget all the songs. And like I did it at the end of my last show as a joke, but I said, name an artist. And Skin Man would name one. I said, he did a song with him. I said, name an artist.
Yeah.
And he did a song with him. And we got to the point where I said Beethoven did a song with him. Elvis Presley did a song with him. I mean, it was did a song with him, did a song with him. I mean, if there was a guy did a song with him, you know, and he even has a song that is on my, I don't remember if it's on my list, but he names it. He's like, did a song with him, you know. So my number 5, I got to work, and this list is going to be fun because I got to work some of my other favorite artists into my top 5. This one happens to be probably my favorite rapper of all time, with now my top 10 rapper of all time, N9ne, Eminem, and Chris Kalo Speedom. Dude, that song is 3 dudes, like everybody wrote a verse and tried to out rap the other dude, and the other dude came on and out rap them, and it's 2 dudes trying to rap out Eminem, and then he like slows down for a minute and it's like even my wife's like, I understand every word, but I can't hear any of it because it's so, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much to process. And I made the joke that in that one song, they wrote like 4 albums of 4 or 5 other rappers that rap real slow, and you know, like there's a lot of work.
He even wrote a song where he even said, "I did a song with Eminem," and
White Boy. Or I did it. Number 4, Face Off. And this one for a unique reason. This is the only song I've ever found with freaking The Rock rapping in it. Yep. And it is 23 seconds at the end of Dwayne The Rock Johnson rapping. I mean, you know, and the song itself is really good. And it's like a hype song, and it's like a movie song. And I don't know that I think the main reason I had to work it in is because it had Dwayne The Rock Johnson rapping. And at the very end of it, he says, you know, thank you, brother N9ne. Thank you. He thanks his alcoholic drink. And then he says, 1 take, and then walks off. And I'm like, that's gangster. And, you know, he ain't gangster, but that was.
Yeah. I mean, I like The Rock as an actor. That's what I'll say. I don't want to piss The Rock off.
He seems like a fine person. I that's his first and only rap song, and I know of it. It was fine.
I don't think he wants to pursue a rap career, and I think that's a good thing.
No, it was a joke.
His cameos in music always bring out like a little bit. It gives it a little bit of flavor. It gives a little bit of seasoning when The Rock comes on.
I just think it's funny because he's got a good enough, deep enough voice. As long as he don't try to rap, if he just talks in a good rhythm, it's The Rock.
Like on Moana.
I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it. You know. So sorry. My number 3 is where's it at? Oh, this song's badass. And I had not heard this song until last night running on the treadmill, and it almost went higher, but my top 2 songs I could not surpass. But this is Einstein N9ne by N9ne.
That's my son's favorite song. Yeah.
That song is cocky as shit, and just like just Einstein N9ne, you know, I don't know, man. Like, there's so many styles of N9ne too, and this is like not that trap style. That whole song, he does that trap chopper or whatever you want to call it style on a lot of his, but this isn't really that.
You get so many styles.
Yeah. Oh, and my number 2 is, speaking of his so many styles, is the reason I wish I would have went Monday for this song right here with Hollywood Undead and N9ne, Idol. Dude. And there's 4 or 5 others that when he gets in with, like, I mean, he does one with 5 Finger Death Punch. I won't name the song in case it's on nobody's list. I don't think it will be. But even it is badass on it. I mean, like, he just like him, even out of rapping, when he rocks, when he heavy metals, when he N9nes, he's pretty badass.
Yeah.
He's not. He didn't quite get to my Ice Cube level. But boy, he has a lot of songs in my playlist. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
My number 1 song, I got to combine my favorite kind of music and one of my favorite bands, Dirty Heads. And this song, I kind of, the first 2 or 3 times I heard it, I didn't even know it was him, because the version I found doesn't say the other artist. And then finally I'm like, holy shit, N9ne's on with Dirty Heads, and the song's Slow Burn.
Yep.
And that is one of the baddest songs. I mean, if you're a Dirty Heads guy, you're going to think that. If you're a N9ne's guy, you're going to kind of agree. If you like them both, That's a badass song, man.
I love it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
would have been on my list, but I knew it would have been on your list. I
Yeah,
almost
if you would have taken that one and you would have got it before me, I was shutting off, and we'll talk if we talk next time we talk. You know,
I wasn't gonna do it. I almost text you and made sure you knew about it.
I almost got
That
in a
was-
group and said, if either of you guys pick an Eminem or a fucking Dirty Head song, just consider this my 2 week. No, not really.
Whole crew would have broke up.
Not really. Sorry, I'm just playing. I'm animated. I did a show before this. Scaring Michelle over there. I'm sorry.
Michelle is.
Oh no, I was sitting here doing that because I was trying. Something was popping up on my computer to do like YouTube something for the podcast, and I'm like,
Yeah, Michelle doesn't scare easy.
Okay.
Not at all.
And that's my freaking list, and I love it. And I love it. I don't care what any of you interneters say about it. It's my list.
I knew we would not have none of us ever have a bad list, but this certainly would be a, I mean, there's definitely Tech-9, and it's, his stuff is his stuff. There's no category to put him in.
I would have omit one song truly, and there's one or two others that I'm praying make your list, or one of your two lists that didn't make mine. If not, we'll get to them. But I had to get Face Off on there. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, that one was not on my tentative, just because it's a good song, but
until I heard, honestly, I'd never made it to that last 23 seconds, and I didn't know because I always listen to him when I'm running. So I don't listen to who the artists are unless I really like the song. And that one, I was in a good run, and that's got an awesome beat for running. And it's a good workout song. And then all of a sudden it comes on, and it's 23 seconds of rock.
Yeah.
That's kind of like Little Pills. Like it's like try to, it just hits so hard. I can listen to that song over and over and over. It just hits so hard. And, you mentioned like how he's got a song with everybody. When I had posted about Tech, I was like, I appreciate how he supports all these other artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get him a song with Sontia.
Oh, he never answered.
He's got one with you. You didn't even know it.
He's busy on tour. Maybe he'll get back home and get settled. And I think he was in Iowa last night.
Yeah,
he hasn't
They wanted me to be in a Tech-9 video one time. But I just didn't go because, I don't want to go to a hotel room with people I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good enough reason. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Well, you ready, Sontia? You got your list locked and loaded?
I guess it's like my favorite one was taken off of here.
So here, hold on. Let's get your razzle dazzle. Can't scrimp on the razzle dazzle now. Come on.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm a little bit nervous because this is the thing. I've known that Tech-9 existed this whole time. I've had opportunities to go to his concerts, all sorts of different things. People have tried to get me tickets, and I just didn't go. I was like, Tech-9, that sounds like a gun. I don't want to get shot. And that was my whole reasoning this whole time. So literally, this is my first exposure to Tech-9, except for one song that he did with like one individual. And I don't even know the name of the song. I just remember that. And I remember that he had a symphony that was doing his songs also. And I heard that was really awesome, but I never dove in. And I'm so glad that I did because, what the hell just happened? Like what?
What you've been missing out on.
So creative.
Yeah, I'm like, this man has been out here this whole time, and I've just been like avoiding him. Like, oh my God. It's like, hey, girl, like, no, leave me alone. I don't know you.
That's my purse. That's my purse.
So one other thing that I learned about Tech-9 is that he has like 87 albums, and they all are 37 songs long. This was impossible for me. So I literally just picked 5 random albums. Pick 3 songs off, and then pick my favorite song out of those 3 songs, and that's where my list comes from. And we all know I'm the emotional one of the group, so I'll tell you how I came to all of this, except for my number 1. Huh?
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Oh, Well, that's like an air sign.
Yeah. Yeah. But the first one that I'm going to do is going to be like the first introduction, the first Tech-9 introduction that I had. And it's off of the album Sixes and Sevens from 2011. And it's called Technicians.
Yeah.
And it's like it's roll call, you know. If you're going to chant and say that you are a Tech-9 fan, this is the song that you would choose because you're a technician. So I really enjoyed it. And that set the tone of what I expected. But that's not where that ain't it.
Yeah.
That ain't it. So Technicians is like, oh, you know, we can dance to it. You know, it's not going to fuck me up in my head at all. So we will go to, since Coach took mine. No, he didn't. Michelle took mine, which is fine because you're the guest. Number 2 is going to be off of the album Bliss, and it's going to be Father Figure. And I like that song just because it's a lot of advice about just real life. And the one thing that I really like about Tech-9 is he talks about real things. And even though you have like a lot of songs that are kind of like dance songs and club songs and fun songs, he gets really deep into a lot of it. And this was like my first push into him just throwing out some knowledge as far as what you need to take care of. And I think one of my favorite verses from that song was "Don't keep no one that doesn't want to be kept," which is one of the mistakes that you usually make during your younger years, is you keep trying to make somebody feel some sort of way, and you shouldn't. Just move on, because they don't want it, and that's fine for them not to want it. So that's my number 2. Number 3 is going to be from what is this? Like from the album Killer from 2008. And he did this with Ice Cube and Chris Calico. And Brother
Calico.
Chris
Calico.
Yeah, I can't read my own handwriting. But it's the song Black Boy. And why I really love this song is because, one, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am black.
What?
I know. It just,
where have I been?
I know.
I did not, but thank you for pointing it out.
I know. I don't think anybody ever noticed. And I don't talk about race because it's annoying and it's tiring and it's exhausting, really.
Well, it's like the more you talk about it, the more you keep it alive. Like the whole segregations. I mean, I understand keeping cultures, but colors and
more about the social nuances of race is what I'm talking about. And this particular song just reminds me of how you get disregarded just kind of because of what you look like. And everybody has their experience. You got the black experience, you got the white experience, the man experience, the woman experience, gay and trans experience. Everybody's going through their own stuff, and it's surrounded by prejudices and different things from everywhere else. But this particular thing is talking about how, you know, you came from nothing, but that doesn't mean that your life means nothing. So he's bringing power to and against those sorts of prejudices. Like, hold your head up high, look at what I've done, even though nobody really wants to recognize it. And I still walk in the room and people judge me a certain way, I'm still gonna be great. And I love that shit, because that's how I do. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, like, I'm awesome. So like, leave me alone, you know? So I really, really enjoyed that song. And then number 4, I think I'm on number 4, is going to be off of Absolute Power which was an insanely, crazily unnerving and scary album to me. Absolute Power gave me nightmares. I was like, yeah, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's what that whole album was about.
Yeah.
And She Devil was the song that I picked off of it. Now, if I was a stripper, I wouldn't dance to this song because why are you talking all this mad shit when you're there paying me to do this? But the depth that it goes into the underbelly of what happens in certain situations really brought a light to just how bad it is and how desperate it is and how it ruins families and it wrecks relationships, but how it's like almost addiction. And it has like the best beat to dance to. It's destruction, but you can dance to it.
Yeah.
And I really was uncomfortable, but sometimes you got to talk about uncomfortable shit.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I picked She Devil, because yeah. And then that's also why I picked my last song, once again from Sixes and Seven, which is "Am I a Psycho?"
I love that song.
Yeah.
Song.
Yeah, and it asks the age-old question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I?
I like how it kind of also goes with dysfunctional.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That, you know.
Hopskin. I like Hopskin on there too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Focus. It's too
Can't see
bright.
it.
It's too bright. There you go.
Oh, he's got one on there.
You got all of mine on there. Dang it. Dang it.
Everyone.
Took all of my list. You took my entire list.
But
That
yeah,
was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little fresh still, Josh.
Yeah. Nobody got any of mine. I'm surprised. Not too.
Oh,
surprised.
that's when you took 3.
Yeah, I didn't.
Forgot
I think.
until you guys brought it back up just now. And
I guess.
I mean, luckily on the fly on my topic, I could come up with just 5 brand new songs. No big deal. Oh,
Just pull them out from.
it was Phil Collins. It was pretty easy. There was 700, just like N9ne. There was 700 pretty dang good songs to pick from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right,
So-
here's my. Okay, I hope it worked. It didn't work on my end.
It worked on our end.
I saw it. Yeah.
I was
All
like,
right, cool. Like I said, this was easy. N9ne, like I said, he was not afraid to talk about the things that nobody else was talking about, like abortion. I mean, he had some pretty heavy stuff in some of all of it. A song about his penis. He did that.
That was one of great songs.
And
Another
it's a great
one about-
song.
There's a song about women's
areola.
front bouncers.
Front
Headlights.
breasts.
It's called areola.
It's called titties, is what the song's called. But in
Oh,
fact,
well, he has another one then.
Yeah, he's probably got a couple.
I'm sure there's a few.
I remember this one time at a N9ne concert. I got up on someone's shoulders and Tech pointed me out and he goes, "You get up there one more time, you're gonna have to show me your, And I was like, and he was like, "It's okay. She's wearing a onesie. I'll let it slide." And I'm just like,
Like I said, I've only seen him once, and the person I was with ruined the experience, unfortunately. So we'll let it go at that.
Aw.
Yeah, I would have, if I would have known, especially with Hollywood Undead. But I was so far. I've been under the shed building spell, so there hasn't been much time to keep up on what's going on.
Seems like it's kind of been going around.
Yeah. But like I said, 2002 is probably about when I got into him. And so here in the air, I mean, some of his newer stuff I had to struggle to get into just because I hadn't listened to much of it. But I found a few. The Hollywood Undead one was a good one. But my number 5 is from the Misery Loves Company album. 2007 is when this one came out. And it's the P.A.S.E.O. And that's a street up in Kansas City. And he took an acronym for the P.A.S.E.O. street, and it's like Poem, Aaron. I can't remember what it stands for. I didn't write that down, but the P.A.S.E.O. stands for something as an acronym. but it's a good song, kind of like a pre-eulogy. You know, if I die, do this. You know, it's a good song describing Kansas City, where he grew up and places and stuff.
Mm.
And I drove by it once, and I was like, "What the hell? There it is!" I was like, "Cool." I was there, Tech. That's the closest I ever came. Yeah. We got them already, Coach.
I'll take care of them. You just keep doing your 5 list.
Number 4 is a feel good one, and the video really got me because it's they spoof Cheech and Chong in it, and it's Blunt and a Hoe, and it's like, you know, life sucks, but you know what? Go have some sex and smoke some stuff and drink some drink, and it'll be better. So I really enjoyed that one. It's got Murs on it and UBI. UBI is supposed to be here like the 11th at Barleycorns, and I'm contemplating that one, but it's a Sunday. But yeah, that was all good artists. I love Murs. I love UBI. Number 3 is off of an MGK album, off of his debut album, I believe. But Lace Up, and it's Edge of Destruction, and it's got Twista on it, MGK, and Tech N9ne, and it's kind of that speed. They're
Two of them are
busting.
fast, good rappers on there. Oh, sorry, you've never done that to my list, and I completely apologize. MGK is a great rapper.
I could tell you're lying because your lips are moving.
Here we go.
No, it's a good song. It's a good song altogether.
I listened to that song, and it is a good song, and I made it all the way through.
Yeah,
and he gets it on there.
He's like, I made it all the way through.
Yeah.
Like it was a struggle.
And, you know, it's what motherfuck your life or motherfuck the world. You know,
Yep.
so
Motherfuck this world. Yeah,
you can't go wrong with that.
Hey, Tech N9ne's an Aries. He's like always angry.
And this number 2 is kind of my life lesson thing that I've learned from him. This came out in 2008, and it's I Love You But Fuck You. See, I dropped 2 of them. But they were in. Well, okay, but you know, yeah, it's like you got to let it go. You know, I mean, whatever. You know, I still love you, but I can't deal with you because, you know, the 3 scenarios he talks about are pretty messed up, and he's really had some messed up things happen to him, and you know, all kinds of weird stuff. I seen an interview he was talking about like a teacher or some shit, you know, that kind of. I don't know the whole story. I don't know. I mean, it was him telling the story, so I assumed it's true. I'm like, damn. Number 1, Constantly Dirty, off of the Absolute Power 2002 album. And like I said, that whole album, like I said, that's the album that I got into. Then I went back and found Angelic, and I think there's a split between, you know, Absolute Power. He was mad at his old guy that he was working with, so there's a lot of yada 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 was on the list, you know, and that's the kind of diss track. But that was another thing. Other than, you know, these beefs he had with his people he was working with, you don't hear a lot of people dissing Tech, you know. I mean, I don't think even Surge, whatever, you know, Surge Knight, whatever, Suge, yeah. I don't think he even has any kind of control over him, you know.
Well, I think he was from a different part of the world. There's not a lot of guys from there, and he was kind of weird too because, like, for me, he was that down south style rapper, you know, early on, or, you know, it was all we ever heard growing up of that was some of the Twista, the E40s, and a little bit of that, you know, Memphis Bleak, or, you know, some of that stuff, but you didn't get to hear a lot of the trap style or whatever, because that wasn't on the radio. So it wasn't until you went and found music or some of these things came along. Red Kingdom's actually a good song, and I'm not a Chiefs fan, Kevin. And he's got, a bunch of them where, I mean, that dude is proud of Kansas City, and like I said, there ain't no other singer rapper that isn't from the West Coast or New York that or maybe like Hotlanta or something that I know's more proud of the city they rep.
Well, and he's also definitely a businessman. He's smart, intelligent, you know. And, you know, he had that one album too, like Cathartic, where it was all connected into an entire music video, like almost movie, and each song was just a scene from the entire thing.
Well, like,
I mean,
I think
he's
it goes
fun.
into the face paint and stuff. I mean, like he
Yeah.
talks about that on like some shows, like where he went through phases where he was always in the face paint, and then phases where he wasn't, and that's different things of his style of music he was doing at the time, but like hiding some things, and but he also talks about some of the musicians he liked that had the face paint, and I seen something that was comparing like the technicians to the juggalos, was going on. It's like, I'd much rather hang out with a technician. Just
they did a song together.
I know. I know.
You just gotta love
so many collabs.
You want to play a game? Name an artist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just gotta love that he did stay himself and what he wanted to do, and not brand himself as just one thing. Like he continued to just be true to himself and what he wanted to do, what he wanted to produce, and he just does everything. I mean, I think
he doesn't have to do the music for money anymore. It's his passion. He doesn't. He's got his bills are paid, so it's
I am kind of curious because like I don't know what his money situation is. I'm sure he's doing great, but he also
owns Strange. I mean, he started
no, but he also did a show here in Wichita and I don't mean that. I'm not mean this in anything bad. I'm just like, but I also see every artist he's did in like these massive shows and all of that, but also he's still out there just making crazy music and traveling, and it just blows my mind that
he keeps it humble and keeps it affordable. I mean, and there was that one time that I heard they got in like a car accident, and they still showed up that day and did the concert.
Oh yeah, he's like
that car, and they still showed up. I mean, he loves his fans, and I mean, it's just crazy, man. Like it's not about the money. He's smart, intelligent, but like, man, I love music lovers.
When he comes back to a place, he could go other places and do bigger shows, but I love that he represents where he's from and does that stuff, and also, like you said, travels with all these smaller bands. And I heard at his show this week, he was the smaller portion of it. He did go last, but he did a smaller set, and he tried to make the show more about Hollywood Undead. So,
yeah. Well, speaking of shows, let's wrap this up. And one more time, the burlesque show, the April Showers brings wildflowers. That's hard not to say May there. But April Showers brings May.
But it was in May.
April Showers brings wildflowers burlesque variety show. Yes, there we go. Saturday, May 10th, 2025 at where was it at again?
A Step Ahead. It's on Washington Street.
Okay. Numbers still flashing up down there. So yeah, do that. Find it. Thanks for coming on, Michelle. Thanks, everybody else. We're going to talk AJR next week. I'm super excited about this because I only know one song, but I like it. I know Bang, and it's a damn good song. Yeah. So I'm ready to listen to some more of them.
They did not do it. Weirdly enough, they did not do a song with N9ne yet. Hopefully between now and next week they do, so we can get that on.
Like I can absolutely see them doing a song together.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a good night.
The Jelly Roll song either. I'm mind blown.
I was close. I
am mind blown about that.
I love that one.
West Coast.